We are not going to get snagged. I hope he doesn't snack them too, though. We gotta spam these. Lore now faith. You feel? Yeah, it could be highly efficient, truly. There's so many wolves around me. Time to test the strength. Homeboys. Quite sure if they're called homeboys. Surely gonna call them like that. Or sentries. Fish on there. This is gonna be the wood tile, right? New sentry to build. Sentry. I saw the main tile now meta. So I can upgrade my wood, my gold economy there. I can have more builds in there. But yeah, I'm playing the light club. No, I'm playing boar. Just playing some boar. Good old boar clan. Let's go. Do we build an altar soon? We are going to build the sentry camp so we can clear the area around us. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Definitely shakes up the game a little bit, makes it a little bit fresh. And opens up a new branch, possibly? Ah. Right, not enough faith it seems. Don't troll them. Oh yeah. You had a nice shopping day right there. He heals automatically, right? She's doing nothing, she just gonna be healing. Spear and a pan. Why would you use a pan, Northgard? Why would you use a pan? With a spoon. Why are you hitting him with a spoon? Do we have weapons in there? Warriors just started hitting him with a spoon. What? Oh, true. And the pan at the back, yeah. This is more like it. That's a pitchfork, man. That's a pitchfork. That's a weapon I can admire. I'm gonna go for that. I don't know why. Wait a minute, I need food. Take this food first. Yeah, that's a new clan. Hmm? We go carpentry mastery rush. I don't know. I just started to stream and saw that there were DLC out, so I know just as much about it as you. I just paid the $15 because I wanted to pay the campaign anyway. Haven't read the patch notes. I am clueless. Heal those. A little lore. Well, healing just costs too much food, right? Need food. Sure. Yeah, it's packaged with the new campaign. But will it be forever? I still gotta make my opinion about that, gotta say. Do something instead of nothing, huh? That should work. Yeah, lore doesn't help me just when I have unused villagers, basically. Like, for my villagers to even go for food, I need to build a foraging post. And if the villagers just come out as subjects, they do nothing besides of getting some faith for me. I think 1.7 were what we had in the last game. And that's 1.435. And they heal. They heal themselves. I can't use Lord Stones. Kingdom of the Lion cannot use this building. Don't know what that is. This stupid stone. Don't want to see it. Don't want to touch it. Oh yeah, I can build buildings with multiple subjects. Don't know the math behind it yet, if it's really double as fast, but that would go in line with how it goes usually in Northgard. Makes sense. There. Also for people that see it for the first time, I have livability on the zones. Livability means that's the maximum amount of specialized workers I can have in a zone. And like villagers that actually get me food also count as specialized units. So yeah, you gotta be pretty thoughtful about your planning, how you're gonna plan your tiles. Now I can only really use that fish as soon as I'm fully exhausted to stone there. I think that should be the plan, right? That's what I mean with that opens up new routes. If you already went that far, I feel like it's likely planning on doing something like that. Good thing is I can completely speak freely out of my mind because I'm not on the beta or anything, so I have no inherent knowledge of what going on there. We can also just theory craft a bit and say, I guess they would do that. Why wouldn't they? Why would they do that if they wouldn't plan that? I don't feel like there's a reason. Upgrading this? How expensive were that? Go, sailor. Oh. Dark now, I feel like I still got time there. Ain't too bad. These two will be gold tiles. And this will be another food tile. I'll disable the tips now. The blue box failed us last time. We're not gonna give it a chance to fail us again. Box. Where do I build my house? Build it here. Was that a house? No, that weren't even a house. They were a lumber camp. Stuff I need to get used to. I'll go for good. Yeah, they can build stuff extremely silently. Another perk. I feel like we're just gonna go for the citadel here for a little bit of more aggressive style. Gonna give me warband. Yeah. This style. Yeah, would be cool, would be cool. Definitely having a good time with it. Getting into it a little bit here though. But I wouldn't know all too much about it yet. Upgraded my building before going for carp. Well done. Okay. Just got to build another foraging post. To get more food. I feel like you gotta spam these things at the start of the game and later on just break them down. Just to get through the bottleneck at the start to get a lot of tiles. And later on you can upgrade your buildings, but for example I can make no use of this fish right now, even if I would upgrade it. Because I only have one stone on there. Yeah. Me too, me too. The Q were meant to be to click on tab, you know? I wrote sure, wanted to go on tab, and I just did a Q. That was livability. Livability is the amount of specialized villagers I can have in a tile. Like right now, I have 2 miners, I have 1 peasant, so he gets food for me basically. And if I now want to get 1 more in here, I don't have enough livability. If I upgrade a house now, build a tavern, or develop the zone, I will increase the livability in the zone. What's up? It's not dubs. Not the best moment because a new clan released today. We're mostly doing stuff about that. Town over there. Oh, more or less, more or less. Origin code. Again. Thanks. Oh no, I can have more food there. There we go, the stone is done. Upgrade this. Get a fishery. Change their tools and outfits. Really get a tavern here, right? I'm just gonna upgrade this to have more space in the anchorage. I even build a tavern here, honestly. Yeah. Actually didn't want to take it, I just wanted to make sure that there are no wolves spawning on it. Gold production. You know what, I'm gonna develop this tile. I'm gonna develop this tile. That means I can still build... No, I don't need the foraging post anymore. Just realized. We're just gonna build a tavern here. Let's start Great Red Roads now, right? Do they get a notification that I do that? Should, right? Yeah. Now I have more livability and I can have more sailors. 1 more for the taverner and 1 more for the upgraded house. So I have 5 livability on this house. Yeah, you can even see it there. Lucky one. Let's get if we evolved that. All adjacent ones, right? Instead of this one. Because it's in the middle of everything. But the tavern takes one away. Ah, easy math. I get one more livability, but I need to have a tavern around to have one more livability. So what's the gain? But if I would upgrade it, I would get even more. But now all the tiles around me have more. It also shouldn't be too bad. Just need more builds. We're gonna develop this anyway. I have way too much food. I don't need this anymore either. Also still need to pay tax. Ah, makes sense, makes sense. So, I guess we go towards feeling safe again. Good one. Goodness. Too much livability. It's great. The subject will not drop food. They will just do no food. You need a foraging post to even get food at all. Do not have a choice. Like, this subject is getting me no food right now, this boy here. But he gives me lore, 1.5 right now. I think it gets less the more you get it. Maybe not. I have way too much food, don't I? I want was all that food. I want her, by the way. Damn. Didn't we even went from iron yet? I guess. I would guess so. Right now I would think about upgrading the house here. Maybe even also developing it. While we're developing, I feel like it's one step too much. Like 100 gold might be too expensive for that. Yeah, what really stops you at that point, huh? Like upgrade the house. I already have the bonus from the tavern next to me. And why is he getting attacked on me? Against the Kraken? No, I forgot about ghosts again. Yeah, again. We have the tavern next. I get +1 livability. I get the house upgrade plus upgrading the tile would give me a bunch. Still need a long time, maybe too long. Maybe too long. He said oi. I heard it. Yeah, people are unhappy. There we go. People are feeling okay again. Litty. That thing. And with the minerals, you really block yourself off here with the clan. A lot more than with the other ones. With the other ones, you have the building slot that you wanna like use otherwise, right? Here, you have the livability that just is missing. You need the livability, man. And it's just gone because your miners are going ham. Otherwise, I could have 4 lumberjacks over here. They're even called lumberjacks. I love that. More or less. More or less. You don't want to have much more, I feel like. I'm poor. We can go for poverty. Bunch of woodcutters now. What? Look at this. Fury. When landing a hit, this unit has a chance to hurt additional nearby enemies. Okay. Okay. When taking a hit, this unit has a chance to increase its own defense. That of closely allies for 2 seconds. It's rear guard. Halberg. When taking a hit, this unit has a chance to deflect the damage toward multiple nearby animals. And obstruction. When landing a hit, this unit has a chance to blow its target for 3 seconds. Oh, that just happens automatically. I can also recruit with faith. Like, I wouldn't have enough food if I would only have one building going here. Just doing some snake stuff. Wow! It's very exact numbers. Can we get that on resources? Holy moly, look at how exact these numbers are. I don't dislike it. More info is more info, right? Maybe, I don't know. 8 stone. Where's all my food going? I'm gonna die. Where's my consumption suddenly so high? Did I get too many builds? Like I have a building with 5 fishermen and I have a building with 4 hunters. And I'm on +8. Yikes. I guess I'm dead. Oh, the bodyguard looks nice. What's up, dude? He has a crosshair on his... No, she has one too. That would be a nice feature for the bodyguard. I have a crosshair, you gotta... Hit here. Hit here, I'm the tank. I'm the tank, hit here. Yeah, it's a military faction, definitely. Ah, it's the happiness debuff. No, I should have realized that earlier. The happiness debuff were pulling me down. You can send, like, get monks, basically, that heal like healers. Or you can send normal villagers just back into your, like, convert them back into subjects. And subjects heal automatically and provide a little bit of lore. This is nuts. 4 draugrs right here. Four healers, super fast, honestly. Oh, you don't want to meet these two at the party. I know what they will be saying, if they are. I can maybe do that. This is also very possible. Still need 160 wood. Get 160 wood then. Make this to an altar basically, to an abbey. I feel like I'm overdoing food again. So I don't anymore, I guess. Get feeling safe right now. I feel like happiness is key. What happens if I upgrade another one? Gives me more warband, right? I feel like this were nonsensical. Oh, a relic! I didn't even think about that yet. Trying to get an eco set up here. Didn't build smiths yet. Livery. I also want to get, like, be ready with an army. Should make use of the gold. Can really use it. Basically just build the house to upgrade it so I have more space on the stuff. Like more livability. Don't know if that's the play, if upgrading a house is worth it. But I'm gonna do it right now. For 803 I'm obviously not in a great shape here, but I feel like it's okay-ish, right? Literally my second time playing the clan ever. Like you can do a lot more though. They enhanced all production. I expected something else. Yeah, so there's no usual upgrades. You gotta go for different building upgrades so you can get upgrades for all the single units, right? Yeah. Maybe. I built a smithy on the wrong tile here. Sounds like she says, "That's what's up." After smacking a huge... The hammer? Kind of a hammer, right? Into your face. She tells you that that's what's up. Oh, very nice. Okay. How do they even get relics? Guys! In the forge. I don't have a forge. This is a smith, but I can't get my relic there. I also want shiny relic. Everyone has shiny relic. I don't get shiny relic. Didn't I? I was so sure I did that. Oh damn, by the way. Oh, I could get stone, that's big. Yeah, I might as well just do it. Yeah. Thought like this were putting me forward for a while already, but it didn't. Because I didn't do it. How's this? Oh, they will die. 5 seafarers on there, man. Oh my god, they're all gonna get wrecked by the Kraken. Holy moly, I'm gonna lose 5 villagers to the Kraken. I can get a lot of hoteliers. No relics for me. Monks make relics. Relic creation. Yeah. Easy. So easy. Wow, you can stack that. For Marchfield. Yep, just the new clan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. Could say so. The Kraken should be gone now, yeah. Paladin! It very much feels like an AoE, definitely. It sounds like I'm microing a French man-at-arms. Yeah, true. They have a very nice look to them. Sadly, just pivoted over into the summer, of course. Oh, we don't gotta wait all too long. For Mr. Deadway here. So, yeah. I don't know. What are we gonna find soon? Fight soon. Feel like I am as ready as it gets. Of course, you could always have more gold. But the clans that we're against, especially the Squirrel, might just start winning on the Banquet very soon. Is there even a max on how many paladins I have? Nope. That's so sick. My army is gonna look so sick. I'm pretty sure this paladin still consumes food though. Yeah, I could get him back into a villager. Hmm. Oh, they also count as normal military units. Lol. So we got a bunch of archers and 2 paladins. Don't get nothing for killing kobolds. I didn't know that. Oh, that weren't... Decolonizing. Ooh. GG, well played. Jeff getting cocky. Okay. Are they? Are they like actually broke? Like they have 10 attack, right? I keep so. Oh. Squirrel going for the 1v3. Yeah, Squirrel can't die, that's why Squirrel do that. Can just take everything from him. Why do I even stay? I just realized it's an unranked game. I could just drop out. Huh? Could just drop. Yeah, pretty fun there. Pretty fun. You got some army? I don't know how it works from Igiwaru's side. Why he thinks that archers are overpowered. What I did were for going for the splash damage and build 2 archer huts. When you want a forge, you go for the monastery and you don't go for the altar upgrade that I went for. I just saw like they were basically an altar, just that they were way cheaper. Well, you have to count in the monastery cost, right? Okay, the splash damage was insane. Okay. I just checked the damage of them and saw like it's like 10 damage for them, right? Compared to trackers and X-Pros, that's really nothing. But the splash damage could be insane. Yeah, that makes sense. They have pretty good effects there that you can go for. You can go use the relic with a paladin. Yeah. I don't even really know what the relic of them does. But they brought back a few men. I want to see how Paladin carries that thing. That must look extremely sick. I mean, conceptually, this faction reads like... I think it can. I think it can. We didn't even went for sailors yet. No? Sailors, merchants yet. I feel like merchants can be really, really good on the clan too. They had 3 relics, okay. Oh, maybe. I feel like the clan itself is just a lot of fun. Maybe just for me, because there's so much changes in there, and I played Northgard already a lot. And this is like the first time I see the clan, so I'm definitely just completely blown away by how different the clan is and how fun it seems to play, right? It's not completely unintuitive in my opinion. Like, see, it's my second game. Obviously it's 804, but I somewhat got an army out. I feel like this clan is able to do stuff if you are like fully trained in it. And it's just fun to play, right? Different vibes, pretty cool. A lot of different lores. The system is wholly different, so gotta think about a lot of different stuff there. Yeah. Really cool, really cool. Having a lot of fun with the clan here. Um. So. Don't know.